Hi guys, it's me again. So today we are going to look at something that we do about 20,000 times a day. Right? And if you're a New Yorker, no, it's not cursing, it's breathing. Right? 20,000 times a day. I would hope that it's something that we're doing well. So the way that we are going to improve our breathing today is looking at how we breathe. What do we breathe with? So first, let's find the breathing muscle, or the main breathing muscle. It's called the diaphragm. So if you touch your sternum, go ahead and touch your sternum. Good. And towards the bottom of the sternum is where the top of the diaphragm is attached. And it's a dome-like structure that spans around your whole torso, attaches to the bottom 6 ribs, and there's these 2 little legs that attach to the spine. Good. So let's look at how the diaphragm moves when we breathe. So we're going to do this by modeling with our hands. Right? Let's make that dome-like structure. You can kind of comb your hands in together. When we inhale, the diaphragm muscle contracts, so the fibers slide together, and the muscle moves down. And when we exhale, the diaphragm lengthens. It moves back up into the rib cage. The muscle fibers slide apart. When we inhale, the muscle fibers slide together, the diaphragm moves down, and when we exhale, the diaphragm lengthens and moves back up into the rib cage. Right, one more time, let's all inhale, feel the diaphragm moving down, contracting, and exhale, it moves back up and lengthens. Right? So our lungs are just passive sacs. It's the diaphragm that's moving, that's creating a negative pressure that is allowing or pulling the air into our lungs. So the more the diaphragm moves, the more oxygen we can take into our lungs. How cool. So let's just look a little bit at what happens to all the organs that are underneath the diaphragm, right? Because they have to move somewhere when the diaphragm moves down. They can't move back because our spine is there, but they can move down into our pelvic floor a little bit, but mostly they move into our abdominal wall. So we're going to model this with our hands, right? So you're going to take one hand as your diaphragm right around the bottom of the sternum. The other hand is going to be your abdominal wall. So when you inhale, the diaphragm moves down, the organs push into the abdominal wall, and the abdominal wall lengthens. And when you exhale, the diaphragm moves back up, the organs move back in towards your spine, and the abdominal wall shortens. Okay, let's do that a few times. Inhale, diaphragm moves down, abdominal wall out. And exhale, diaphragm up, abdominal wall in. Again, inhale, diaphragm down, abdominal wall out. And exhale, diaphragm moves back up, abdominal wall in. Good. And just take a moment to notice your breathing. Maybe it's a little fuller. Notice the state of your body. Maybe it's a little softer and less tense. Notice the state of your mind, your thoughts. Maybe your mind is a little calmer. All these amazing positive effects that happen when you are breathing correctly. Right? So just pay attention to your breathing throughout the day. Notice if you're breathing a lot from your neck and shoulders, right? That happens a lot when we're tense or gripped in our core. Right? And if you notice that that's happening, just stop for a moment. You can even model it with your hands, or just put your hand on your belly and make sure the belly's rising and falling. And with that, I'll leave you. There's so much more, so I hope you keep watching the videos and taking something with you on your day. Have a wonderful day and keep breathing.